Hi guys, listen to the labs with KD. So today I'm going to be brief on some health tips. Throughout the week has been a week set aside for AMR Awareness Week. When you talk about AMR, it simply stands for Antimicrobial Resistance Awareness Week, a global campaign that is championed to creating the awareness and understanding of antimicrobial resistance. So someone might ask, what is AMR? So AMR simply means antimicrobial resistance. So basically, there are a lot of antibiotics in the market. So there are actually classification on them. You have the first generation antibiotics, second, third, and then the fourth generation. So each of these has a type of antibiotics under them. For example, if you talk about the first generation antibiotics, that's where you find the Cipro or the ciprofloxacin there, and then the second generation antibiotics too also has some antibiotics that are under them. So the main aim of antibiotics are just one. They either destroy the cell wall synthesis or possibly the nucleic acid synthesis of the bacteria they are fighting against too. Or if not the nucleic acid synthesis, they also are capable of also degenerating the protein synthesis. So these are basically what antibiotics stands to. That is either the cell wall, they destroy the cell wall of the bacteria they are fighting, or they mutate or let's say degenerate the nucleic acid synthesis of that particular bacteria to be inactive, or let's say the protein synthesis of it. So basically, that are the main goals of antibiotics. Now, the main concern is the usage. Are we really using antibiotics as they are supposed to? Most of the times into the lab, what we find are what we call the superbugs. So most of the cases we might have are having most of our antibiotics that we use in the lab being resistant. So how do we try to correct those things so that you might have a lot of antibiotics being sensitive, and then whatever you might be going through, it might. So now let's go straight to the do's and don'ts when it comes to antibiotics. I know most of us have used antibiotics one way or the other in treatment of an infection, but most of the time, what people don't know is how to use it and when to use it. It's very necessary. You don't just have to take antibiotics anyhow. So the do's and don'ts. For example, if you have a headache or let's what we call the sinus infections, there is no need for you to take antibiotics. For example, if your headache has not persisted for more than 2 or 3 days, there is no need for you to take antibiotic at the first day, second day, unless possibly it's been more than 2 or 3 days. That if you want to take antibiotics, you have to consult your doctor. You don't necessarily go to the pharmacy just to purchase antibiotics. It's very, very, very bad. So that is one. Sinus infections like sore throats, with the exception of what you call the strep throats, there is no need for you to take antibiotics for that. So let's look at when to take antibiotics. So as I earlier stated, before you take any antibiotics, it's very good to consult your doctor. One is that most of the infections that we mostly be in a hurry to go purchase antibiotics, they are self-limiting. They actually don't need antibiotics. They are self-limiting. Our body is capable of fighting those infections without any medication. All right, so another thing people don't know is that antibiotics actually don't fight viruses, or they are not capable of treating viral infections. Antibiotics, they are antimicrobials. We have antiviral medication. So for example, if you have cough viral infections or flu, there is no need for you to take runny nose, flu, all these ones. There is no need for you to go and take antibiotics, Cipro for treatment. It's very, very wrong. So you just have to desist from it and be safe. If you are having a cold, chest cold, what you call the bronchitis, there is no need for you to take antibiotics. It's solely a viral infection. And most of the times when doctors do prescribe this, for example, if you have flu, a doctor might give you a prescription. It's not necessary that the antibiotics is what's going to do the treatment, but sometimes they don't just prescribe only that. They might add certain medication to it. So it's only done if the doctor wants to do a triple therapy combination of medication for the treatment of the condition in which you are in. But if you are having a viral infection, there is no need for you to purchase antibiotics. It's solely wrong for that. So now let's hold on straight to the effect. Someone might say, "Oh, I take them all right, but nothing actually happens to me." So this is it. You might actually not going to experience the side effects of taking antibiotics anyhow for now, but as in when it gets to you have a very worsened condition or a condition that might need antibiotics treatment, and then you come to the lab, you realize that no, you are resistant to the antibiotic. That is how come your case become worsened. So the side effects, and don't forget every medication has a side effect. So to antibiotics. So you might just be taking them, but then the side effects such as allergic conditions, sometimes you might have rashes on you. You might not know allergic conditions. You might just not. Sometimes if you cannot take it can weaken your immune system because the antibiotics are going then to fight an antimicrobial. Here lies the case, there is no microbial agent to fight against. So they become dormant and then they start just destroying other possibly organs that are not supposed to be destroyed. So in a nutshell, we just have to be cautious about how we use antibiotics. Only use antibiotics that have been prescribed by a doctor. Don't just walk into the pharmacy and purchase antibiotics anyhow. So for today's session of Into the Labs with KD, that will be all. And then I will see you guys. Please, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel Into the Lab with KD, kindly do so. There is more coming up. Peace out.